family and friends. It's Rob the Sapper Gardener representing Essayons Family Garden. And we've just been doing a bunch of cleanup this weekend. The weeds have definitely gotten out of control. So we're trying to focus on an area at a time. I'm standing in the inner garden now. We've cleared a lot of areas, and I'll show you some footage of that from the last couple of days. But we still got lots more to go. And that's one of the things you have to think about when you're planting your garden. If you've got acreage, I hate calling our place acreage. We've got 2 acres, but it's really only 1 acre cleared. And a lot of that is garden areas. But the more land you have, the more space you have, the more weeds you gotta fight back, unless you can come up with ways to suppress them. And we use a lot of barrier materials. We've got some black mats, we've got silage tarp, and it helps, but it's still a lot of work. So let me just show you some of what we've got done and some of what we still got to get done. So we try to come out as early in the day as possible before the blazing sun hits us, but after the grass and the weeds and things have dried off from the mildew or the dew, and we got work to do. We've got to get this cleared. We haven't been on it the last week, and things are just growing up. And we know when you've got tall grass like this, you've also got mice that feel comfortable, and when you've got mice or rats in your yard and garden, that attracts snakes. So we're going to get this cleared off as much as we can in this area, and then we're going to do more work over in our micro orchard 2 area. Teamwork makes the dream work. Another area is around our greenhouse under our deck. The mint sometimes grows out of control, and mint is supposed to deter snakes. But again, if you got rats, mice, things like that, a hungry snake may still come in, and we don't like getting surprises when we're going in our greenhouse, under our deck, or basically anywhere in the garden. Another area we've made a change. We pulled out the raised metal beds over here along our fence line. It was just getting too hard to manage the poison ivy and things along the fence around the metal beds. Plus, it was another place that we found that mice were hiding and snakes were starting to slither in and hide. So we pulled those out and moved those over to our micro orchard 2 area. We'll keep getting this cleared out. We'll replace the metal beds with containers like this that are much easier to get around and weed around, and far enough away from the fence where it'll be hard for creepy crawlers to get down in and hide. We've still got some more areas to clear along the fence line, but it is much easier now. We've got this one raised cloth bag. We're going to empty it out, transfer it over to the micro orchard. We grew cucumbers here last year, but we actually have a smaller cinder block bed that we can still plant in once we move it, and we'll go back to doing that again. And again, it'll be much easier to weed. We don't have to worry about cutting the bag with the weed eater, and nothing will be able to hide behind there. So lots of good plans. We just need to put plans to action and get things done, and I think we'll have much better results and a lot less work weeding going forward into the future. So I'm going to take a quick break from the garden cleanup and give our chickens one of our favorite treats. Some Grubterra, black soldier fly larvae. They really love that, and it's a nice midday or late afternoon treat for them. So this is 1 week of growth after cutting it last weekend, and it just pops up so fast. So this is why we're putting down silage tarp. We know we'll still always have to come out here and cut, but we won't have as much to cut, and hopefully it'll make our job easier. So we're gonna get this knocked out. So we're getting it tamed. I'm gonna take a break because it's about to rain. And when it dries off again, we'll come and we'll get some of these areas that we need the weed eater for. And hopefully we can get it looking tip-top shape and finish putting down our silage tarp. We're going to run silage tarp along the fence line and some in between the trees in these big areas that I've been cutting with the lawnmower, the riding mower. As many of those as we can get covered up so that we'll have walking paths through here, we'll do. But it's coming along slowly but surely. But still got a lot of weed eating to do, especially around our small fruit trees. And we gotta weed eat this area. But we're making progress. And we're probably, not probably, we are going to put down more weed fabric along this area that we can drive over with the truck or the lawn tractor if we need to. So we're going to put some silage tarp here, and we'll let you guys see what it looks like once we get it down. But the silage tarp is working good. We don't have any grass coming up through it other than the areas that we've left for our plants. So we'll keep weed eating that, but we'll silage tarp the rest of it. So that's what we've been doing the last few days. We've been alternating rainy days, sunny days, and unfortunately the weeds love that. They love the sun, and then they love that God water. It rains down and then they just sprout up. So we're gonna keep working on it. I've got much more time at home now to hopefully make a bigger dent in the weeding, and before school starts back, I'll have the boys and my wife to help out here, and we'll see how things go. And we got lots of bees buzzing around. So I'm gonna get in before the rain comes down again, and get ready to prep some food for dinner. So on behalf of the family here at Essayons Family Garden, this is Rob, the Sapper Gardener, saying God bless our great country America, and God bless you wherever you reside around the world. And if you are growing a garden, inside or outside, boom, grow it up. Take care. Sapper out.